Hello, my name is BOODFM and welcome to another video on my channel. If you're brand new, thanks for checking out one of these videos. Hopefully by the end of it you'll be a subscriber and you'll go check out my other stuff. I've got a series with Denton Villa, a Let's Play series. I love making it, go check it out. I also do a weekly series of a Journeyman where I take you through a season each week. Now, if you're already a subscriber, you're a freaking legend. Smash the like button, help the channel. Thank you very much. Right, you've seen the layover around me right now. You've probably seen the thumbnail and you're probably guessing what this episode's about. Now, the reason I've made this is because recently on my Journeyman series, I was in the Serie B and I noticed we had Juventus under 23s in the Serie B and I'd never seen that. Now, I've played in Spain and I've seen the B teams in the lower leagues, but I never saw it in Italy, and it just made me think about under 23s in England and how good some of them are, especially United. I'm a United fan, I'm from Manchester. We've got some good young players, and you know, they're good enough to compete in the Sky Bet Championship. Manchester City, our noisy neighbours, they've got the best facility you've ever seen. They've got amazing young players now. Would they be any good as well? So I didn't know if I could do it. I had to go into the editor and mess around a little bit, do some tests, but I figured it out, and I've been able to put Manchester United and Manchester City's under 23s in the Sky Bet Championship. They're still part of their clubs, but they're actually in the league, playing league games, cup games. It's going to be interesting. So we're going to go a few years into the future and we're going to have a look at how good they are. Did they just get relegated? Where's their level? Can they stay in the league? Could they even potentially win the league? Do you know what I mean? It's quite interesting. I think it is. So hopefully you're up for it and hopefully you're going to stay tuned. Let's get started. Welcome to the Sky Bet Championship. It's the start of the game, the 25th of June 2018, and there straight away you'll see you've got Manchester City under 23s, Manchester United under 23s. Now I've had to use the editor, the pre-game editor. It's not hard to do this. It's not simple. You have to mess about a bit. You also have to put in a second lot of images for the logos, or they don't have the logos. They have the kits, they don't have the logos. It's very strange, but I got it working. So they are part of the team. They're still part of the clubs. It's just the under 23s are not playing in some reserve league with everybody else. They're actually playing proper competitive Sky Bet Championship football. Now, I'm guessing the reputation's coming from their bigger clubs because they've still got the same finances and the same facilities and so on. So that's what I'm thinking. I mean, they're only going to be able to use under 23 players. I'm guessing they should be able to use the odd player who's dropping down for fitness, which is crazy. But I can't see him winning the league. Surely there's big teams in this league with proper experienced players. But like I said, it's an experiment. You never know what's going to happen when you do something like this. But we're going to find out today. Let's start off with my beloved Manchester United. Managed by Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, doing a cracking job, Ole. We all like Ole a lot at the minute. Right, so this is Manchester United, the normal Manchester United. So if we go up here and we click players, just like normal, you've got the senior squad, under 23s and under 18s. If you click on the under 18s, there they are, normal as anything. Click on the under 23s. Don't know why this happens. I couldn't figure out why. But the normal, they're there, but the red slightly changed. I don't know why, but it is what it is. So this is the under 23s at this moment in time. Now, what I've done is, using the editor, is remove everybody's loan. I want to give both teams a fair chance. So all the good young players, I've removed all their loans. So they've got the choice if they want to stay. If they want to loan some out, they might do. I think they will do. But they've got a good chance here. They've got some good young talent. And it's a good place for them to grow and develop. And it'll be interesting to see who's going to win this. Are they going to get relegated? Are they going to win something? Can they get promoted? I'm not sure. If they could get promoted, that would be a bit weird. So yeah, that's United. Now I've not done anything with the staff. If we go under 23 squad staff, it's just what they get on the game. So you've got Ricky, I can never say his name, Ricky's the manager. They've got assistant manager, goalkeeper coach, a fitness coach. They haven't even got any actual coaches, but first team coaches coach the under 23s as well, don't they? So it's no big issue. But Ricky is the man, and he's going to be playing proper championship football. We are with the under 23s fixtures, and you'll see they've got a pre-season. They're there in the Sky Bet Championship, which is a long season. They're in the Carabao Cup. I think they're in the FA Cup. And I think also, because of the under 23 team, they're in the Checker Trade Trophy. So that's a long season in the league and 3 cup competitions. If they win something, I think it's going to be brilliant. It's going to be hard work. A lot of games, a lot of hard work. They need to not be loaning out any players. They need to be keeping as many players as they can get. But it's not all about the United under 23s, no. They're up against it and going head to head with Man City's under 23s. On to Man City's main page, and of course they're managed by Pep Guardiola, current league champions, got more money than sense, and they buy a lot of players. They buy a lot of players, they buy a lot of young players, they buy a lot of like mid-range aged players, don't they? And just have them and then loan them back out. So they've got loads of players. And just like United's under 23s have scrapped all their loans, apart from, like I just mentioned, their mid-range aged players. They've got players here with 24, 27, 28 who are out on loan. So I've not brought them back. Just got brought back all their best young players. Phil Foden's worth 30 million. He's going to be good. He is good on him, isn't he? Just seems like he's had a bit of a boost recently. But they've got a load of cracking young players. On paper, they've probably got the edge. Now looking at their fixtures, exactly the same. They've got 4 friendlies. They're in the league. They're in the Carabao Cup. They're in the FA Cup. They're in the Checker Trade Trophy. And I've just realised, I'm pretty sure, I'm only guessing this one, but when you're in the Champions League, don't you under 23s go into the Youth Champions League? Or I can't remember what it's specifically called. If that's true, then wow. They've got to play so much football. Well then, we're going to go a few years into the future. We're going to go to the end of each season and just have a quick look through and see who's done the best, see if they can achieve anything. And again, this might inspire you to open that editor and do something different. Maybe you want to put all the under 23s in the Football League, maybe in the bottom, or in the non-league, give them chances to get promoted, see who's... So they're playing proper football. It might just be a little touch you want to add to your game. Welcome to the 1st of July 2019, and straight away you look at the Championship and you realise you can only see Manchester United's under 23s. Now Manchester City haven't won the league last year because Aston Villa did. Did they get in the playoffs? Can they get promoted? I don't know if there's a rule in place to stop them. Or did they get relegated? They got relegated down to the Sky Bet League 1. Right then. So I think it's only fair that we look at Manchester City first. It was the league that matters, and there is a lot of red there, a lot of red. They beat Blackburn, they managed to beat Preston, beat Norwich, and then look at that run there. Wow, picked up not many points until they beat Stoke, who I think were the 3rd favourites to win the league behind both teams. So that's a decent result. Go down more. It's a long season, isn't it? Big gap again. Managed to beat Preston, Brentford. Big gap again. Pick up a win against Forest. Big gap again. Beat Aston Villa. Great result. Drew and won the last game against Middlesbrough. Let's have a look at the United games. Well, they drew 2-2 with United. And where's the other one? They drew again, so they both drew. You'll notice as well, I didn't mention it earlier, but the under 23s in real life, Manchester United's under 23s play at the Leeds Sports Village, which has got a capacity of 11,000, so they filled that. That's good. And then of course, Manchester City's under 23s play at the Football Academy, which, I mean, out of the Premier League, there'd be a lot of teams who'd be happy with that as their main stadium. We'll start off with the lowest cup they're in. No offence to the Checker Trade Trophy, but it is the lowest cup. And they got to the quarterfinals, getting beat by Barnsley 3-1. You have a group stage. I'm not 100% sure how all the rules work, I'll be honest with you. When it came to the League Cup, or the Carabao Cup, they got to the second round, getting beat 2-1 off Norwich City. But in the FA Cup, they jumped in at the 3rd round, which is crazy really, and played Blackburn but got beat 1-0. Now, I did kind of put a guess out there that they might be playing some kind of European football, They didn't play any European football this year. We'll have a look at the best player in the City's under 23s, and it was Phil Foden. He's worth a lot of money. It's dropped now a bit. He's 19, 25 million, but he's a great young player. Got a lot of ability. He played 36 times for him last year. I think he had 3 goals, 10 assists. And looking at that league, yeah, they didn't finish bottom, but they went down with Hull and Ipswich with 44 points, 6 points from safety. Manchester United didn't do too much better. I mean, they had 50 points, so they only had, what, 6 points more. Finished in 20th, but they've managed to survive and stay in the league. They came to the Carabao Cup. They got knocked out straight away, 3-1 by Burton. They came to the FA Cup. They drew Liverpool, which is just weird. Actual Liverpool playing United's under 23s in the FA Cup third round. Very strange, getting beat 2-0. They were in the under 23 International Cup, and they made it all the way to the semi-final, getting beaten by Derby's under 23s. When it came to the league, they started appallingly. Well, look at that. What's that? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 games. Lost them all apart from 1. And then they started to pick up some points down here. They've got a good group there. A good group of green. Beating Forest, Derby, Wednesday, Millwall. So they beat Derby, but they couldn't beat Derby's under 23s. Their best player is Diogo Dalot, our new right back we bought this season in real life. He played 1 time for the main team this year. He played the majority of his games, 24 for the under 23s. He's their highest value player. It'd be interesting to see how long he stays in now. I mean, he's 20, he can play for the 23s for a couple of years, or he's going to push into the first team. Let's have a quick look what the bookies think this year, and they think that United are going to win the league. I think I'll not bother with this again, because I really do believe that they're using the main team's reputation like it's actually Manchester United. So that's what I'm guessing. We've jumped forward 1 more year. It's the 1st of July 2020, and again, there's only Manchester United in that league, so they obviously stayed in it again, and Manchester City haven't come up. So let's check out the Blues. Nope, there you go. Last season they finished 9th in the Sky Bet League 1, which is respectable, with 73 points. So not too far away there, far from the playoffs, but disappointing. I thought they'd go straight back up. And there might be a reason for them not getting out of this league, and that's because they've been playing about 300 games. Crazy amount of games this year. Crazy, right? We'll start here with the Checker Trade Trophy. They got to the North second round and were beaten by Huddersfield's under 23s. They came to the Carabao Cup. They got to the second round, got beat by Fulham 2-1. With the FA Cup, they got to the second round, getting beat by Southend 2-0. But then 2 competitions came up. First one is the under 23s Premier Division Cup. So they're obviously not in this division anymore, but they're still playing in the cup. Here's what it is. And they beat Southampton 2-0 in the final. So City got themselves some silverware. Not only that, they beat Manchester United. You'll see that there. In the quarter-final, 1-0. And they also played in the under-23s International Cup, reaching the quarter-finals, getting beat by Liverpool, a team they knocked out of the Premier Division Cup. So there you go. That's first blood to Manchester City, I'm guessing. Looking at the league last year, the Sky Bet Championship, United improved. They finished in 15th, which is pretty sweet. Can't lie, some way off now. It's about 20 points off relegation. Well, United didn't get out of the group stages of the Checker Trade Trophy, which is a bit disappointing. Because, no offence, but Blackpool, Doncaster and Port Vale, you think these are the kind of clubs that the United players go to alone, aren't they? So I expect them to do better than that. With the Carabao Cup, they got to the second round. There's like a theme here. It's like they get to the second round. I think if they got to a third round or anything, it'd be an achievement. And this is where it weirds me out. So the under-23s drew City this year in the third round. So it was like a derby, but it's full team Manchester City versus an under-23 team. I know we already know, but let's have a look. They got knocked out in the quarterfinal by Manchester City in the under-23 Premier Division Cup. It gets worse if you're a Manchester United fan, because they got knocked out by Liverpool's under-23s in the International Cup. Yay! Now I forgot to look at City's, but we'll have a look at City's next. I want to look at the best player this year for each team, and the best player at United's for United's under-23s last season. He played a lot of games for him. Is Alex. I can't say his name. I know I'm a United fan, and I should probably learn it, but I haven't. City's best under-23 player was this chap, Brahim Diaz. Spanish, 20-year-old attacking central midfielder. Looks pretty tidy for a young player, doesn't he? I've not really heard much about him. I tend to ignore anything. As soon as I see it's Manchester City, I don't bother with it. Well, we've jumped forward another year, and boo. Man City are back in the Championship, so well done to Manchester City. Under-23s have got their derby back. I think they went up through the playoffs. We'll check it in a sec, but that's looking like the playoffs to me. Here's the playoffs. So they got Oxford in the semis, beat them 3-0 away. Then they beat them 3-0 at home, and then they played Luton. In the final, Phil Foden, William Humphries and Lucas Dimetra scored the goals and took them back to the Championship. So that's pretty cool. Came to the checker trade though, they got knocked out in the North third round on penalties by Barnsley. I did say if anyone got to a third round, that's some kind of achievement, and they got to the third round of the Carabao Cup, coming up against a full strength-ish Liverpool team, and they got beat 4-1. Came to the FA Cup, they did pretty well. They got to the fourth round. Not only that, they took Watford to a replay, eventually getting beat in the replay away. That's good, that. Came to the Premier Division Under-23s Cup competition. Yeah, they got beat in the first knockout round by Leicester 2-0. International Cup, it looks like they didn't get through the group stages, although they did beat Manchester United's Under-23s in that group 2-1. Over to United, and each season they're getting a little bit better when it comes to actual league football. They finished bang in the middle. 24 teams, they finished 12th. As a United fan, we've got a strong rivalry with a few teams. One of our most hated teams always Leeds. I think they hate us because we're awesome, and because if you think of United, you think of us, you don't think of them. They're like a second grade United from a small town, do you know what I mean? But Leeds won the league, I don't know if you noticed. United Under-23s finished mid-table, Leeds won the league. But that means we played them twice, so did the Under-23s beat Leeds, first team, and yeah, at Ellen Road, 2-0. Have that, a centre-half scored. Where's the next game? 2-1. To the Checker Trade Trophy, and they didn't get out of the group stages again. Carabao Cup, they got to the third round. Watford struggle again. Watford scraping it through. The FA Cup against City, scraping it through against us. Oh, that would be weird. They drew Manchester United in the fifth round of the FA Cup. That's pretty awesome, that. I like that. That's mental. So, if you've got control of your Under-23s, you'd have to be the manager of both teams. Oh no! No! They beat the real Leeds twice in the league, and then get beat in the Under-23s Premier Division Cup semi-final by Leeds Under-23s. They got the revenge there. When it comes to the International Cup, it gets bloody worse. We're in a group, and we know this anyway, obviously, because we've seen City's group, but they beat the other two teams. They still did get out of the bloody group. United's best player this season was Angel Gomez. He's 20 now. Can play all over midfield. Looks pretty tidy. Probably not good enough to be in the top team, but I wonder if this helps you keep him around. Because they're playing football league, they're playing in cup competitions. I wonder if it keeps them happier. City's best player was this lad again, Brahim. I don't know how to say his name. Diaz, the young Spaniard who's now 21. Don't look like he's got any better. Welcome back. It is now June 2022. I ain't got full forward because it's finishing, so it's right at the end of the season. So that's the actual league table there, and you'll see for yourself. City have gone straight back down, but United were close. So United got better and better and better. But maybe this year, them Under-23s took a hit. Maybe some of the players have left. On to City's fixtures, and we'll check out the Checker Trade Trophy. And yeah, North third round got beat by Bristol City. On to the Carabao Cup, and again they went out fairly early, getting beat by Brighton 1-0. In the FA Cup, they drew West Ham in the third round, managed to draw at home on TV, went back to the London Stadium and got beat 3-0 in the replay. But again, they got relegated, but they won some silverware. They've won it 2 times now. They've won the under-23s Premier Division Cup, beating West Brom under-23s 2-1. They knocked United out again. Beat United 2-1 in the first round knockout. This year they managed to get out of the group stages of the International Cup, but they were beaten by Southampton's under-23s in the quarter-final. And because it's the last season, well, let's have a cheeky look at the league fixtures. And yeah, wow. Well, we know United almost got relegated, which is bad. And City have won 2 under-23 Premier Cups, which is good. But United, in the last season, or the last season we're doing this, won the Checker Trade Trophy, beating Ipswich on penalties. Actual Ipswich. They beat Walsall, Bradford, Chesterfield, Oldham, Rotherham, Mansfield, Accrington in a long campaign. I can't believe it. That is awesome. That has got to win. I know I'm biased. I'm a United fan, but a Checker Trade Trophy is a better freaking cup than under-23 Premier Cups, innit? Carabao Cup, they were rubbish, getting knocked out by Chesterfield 2-1. Got to the FA Cup 4th round, which is pretty cool, but only got beat 2-1 from the mighty Chelsea. It came to the under-23 International Cup, they got beat in the quarterfinals by Arsenal under-23s. And again, I'm going to say, it's one of them, innit? I think if they weren't playing all them league games against proper teams, and they weren't playing in the Carabao Cup and the FA Cup, these are the kind of competitions they would win, but what's the better? Playing under-23 League, Cup and Internationals, or playing a lot of proper teams, proper stadiums, proper crowds. Let's have a look though with the best players from that season, and United's best player was Mr. Chong himself. Got the best hair ever. It looks like a freaking willow tree. Look at his head. He's got a face in there somewhere, a little cheeky face. City's best player was a guy called Gavin Bazunu. He's Irish. I'm guessing he's a real player though. I'm guessing he is. From Shamrock Rovers, because if he was a regen, he'd have a regen face. Usually when you get a blacked out face, it's just I haven't got his face in the face pack. Well, there you go. That is the end of the episode. It was just a bit of fun using the pre-game editor. If you want to get the editor for yourself, you don't know where it is, just go to the Steam Workshop, go to your game, go up to the top where it says Tools, open up the Tools, and you'll find it on the menu there. Download it. It's the same as downloading the game. You'll get an icon on your desktop. It's dead easy. Get into it. You can have a lot of fun with that editor. You can change every aspect of Football Manager. You can do everything. Brilliant once you learn how to use it. You can do stupid things like this. But as an experiment, I don't think it makes the players better having all them games. I thought it might do, playing Championship football and Cup football, but it's a lot of games to play. And don't seem to get any better for it. And it kind of takes away from the under-23 competitions a bit because they're probably tired. It's a lot of games, but it's still fun to do. I still enjoyed making it. Hopefully you enjoyed watching it, and really appreciate you watching it. Hopefully you enjoyed enough to smash the like button. If you are brand new, feel free to subscribe. You've been brilliant. Taking time out of your busy day to watch this. You're amazing. I've been Bood, and I'll see you next time.